Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty exciting things to go over. People have discovered some potential hints towards a Mega Roserade in Pokemon Legends ZA. We have some Nintendo Switch 2 updates, some rumors regarding Legends ZA, and then also some theories on when this game is going to be taking place. A lot of things to break down today. If you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at these Mega Roserade hints. Now, we have two separate hints regarding a potential Mega Roserade in Pokemon Legends ZA. So, the first one is this photo here taken from one of the images in the most recent Pokemon Legends ZA trailer. It was posted by Light, saying this is really hard to take a clear conclusion if it's a new Roserade form. The mask, arms, and body is the same, but the part of the hair seems different, like some type of hat or helmet or different hairstyle. Probably is just the design of the fence, but who knows? So yeah, Light is basically here saying that, this could be a potential Roserade form. I don't think it is. I get why they might think it is, because like this sort of hat thing here is clearly different from Roserade, but I mean the rest of it is like exactly the same. It's still got the roses and the petals and stuff on the hands. It has this mask here, which is obviously this mask, and like the kind of mouth thing. Like, it doesn't change enough for it to be a regional form, but the fact that Roserade has been put here could be an indication that it is going to be getting a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA. So I don't know if this is popping up in multiple different places or if it's just in this one location above this like 11. But then we also have this post on Reddit, saying, what do you think these symbols mean? So we have another Roserade or Roselia kind of symbol in the game. So we've got this Roselia symbol here, and we have a Roserade sort of artwork here. So there's clearly a lot of kind of pushing towards the Roselia line, and it's not like it's a Generation 6 Pokemon, Roselia, Roserade, and Badoo Generation 3 and 4 Pokemon. So the fact that it's in Gen 6 with all this representation could mean that it is going to get a sort of new form or a new Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA. The main kind of point of this post is that what do you think these symbols mean? So we have the Roselia one here, we have like an Aegislash shield here, and then we have a shopping bag here. This I assume is Pokemon Center. We have like a cafe sort of thing here. And then I don't know what this is. For me, it looks like a roller coaster. Like, it gives me roller coaster vibes, but it's probably not that. So this is kind of what people are thinking maybe they could be. So, like, I think other people have spoken about this in other videos and stuff as well, but obviously you can't translate it because it's in this, like, Pokemon language that nobody really knows. We've got some guesses, though, like, number one is Wild Zones, so this could be like a... I mean, it's not completely a Roselia. It could just be like a random sort of, I guess, basic kind of monster face, but it does have the sort of indication that it is kind of Roselia. It's got like Roselia's structure, if that makes sense. So this could be like wild areas, this could be Pokemon centers, or Pokemarts, whatever. This, I assume, could be like some sort of battle kind of system. Number 3 is a symbol. Number 3 is some sort of transportation. It could be transportation, but I highly doubt that. That's obviously shopping, cafe, and then number 5 is economy, something like that. Maybe it's kind of going up like a graph in a sort of way. But yeah, that's kind of the Roselia, Roserade things that I wanted to go over in today's video. What are your thoughts? Do you think we might be seeing a Mega Roserade or whatever in Pokemon Legends ZA, or do you think it's just some massive coincidence? Moving on, I also wanted to go over this post from Soul Silver Art saying, basically just talking about when this game is going to be potentially taking place. So they say, in the new Pokemon Legends ZA trailer, AZ is oddly the only returning character we see, and since he's apparently immortal, we can't really say how far into the future this game takes place after Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. So the protagonist could be the grandson or even great-grandson of Sycamore. I mean, things change, but even 100 years into the future wouldn't naturally have to be all cyberpunk techie style. However, there are hints from the trailer that do highly suggest that this game takes place at least 10 to 14 years after the events of Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. So obviously it doesn't look like Lumiose City has advanced much in 100 years, but also we see Emma's things in the Looker Baru, so she is possibly still alive, or it could be a descendant of hers. The biggest proof comes from the website though. So AZ claims to be 3,000 years old, which not only questions his immortality, because obviously he's claiming he is, it's not like a factual thing, he's just saying he is 3,000 years old, but also he was 3,000 years old in Pokemon X and Y. if 100 years had passed since then, you know, he'd be saying he's 3,100 years old. Maybe he's rounding up, but 100 years is quite a big difference. So while 10 to 20, even 50 years would be negligible to add to his estimated age. Because if you're 3,010, you're gonna round down to 3,000. But if you're 3,100, you probably say that just because it's a lot more of a difference. So still very curious that we saw only characters that resemble known characters, but no returning aged up characters. So personally, I think it's like 10, 15 years in the future. I think that's the safest bet. Clearly something has happened to AZ though, with obviously like he's now got a cane and he's got like a knee brace and stuff, so he is clearly aging a little bit. So whether his immortality is worn off or something's happened to him, who knows, but he's clearly aging from the events of X and Y into the events of Pokemon Legends ZA. But yeah, it's also interesting that obviously we haven't seen any other returning characters. Now maybe they're doing that just to keep us guessing, like who is going to be back, who isn't going to be back. But yeah, I think 100 years, a lot more probably would have changed. I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't be having like the same sort of offices and stuff. I think that they'd be looking a little bit more high tech, and you know, you still got like a laptop, and you know, this isn't like an interactive board or anything. I just think that these are things you find in like modern day, whereas in the future this would maybe be like a hologram or something. I don't really know, but that's kind of my thoughts and opinions on that. Moving on, we do also have some Nintendo news to go over as well. So we've got this tweet here from My Nintendo News saying Nintendo veteran believes company has something up their sleeves with the Nintendo Switch 2. So it's not a very long post, but they say former Nintendo veteran Takaya Imamura, I hope I got that name right, has spoken to Games Radar about his thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 and states that he believes that the Kyoto-based company still has something up its sleeves when it comes to the upcoming device. While the Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed in a teaser trailer, we're yet to get the full details on the device and its lineup of video games. So their actual quote is as follows. So the Switch has had a really long lifespan and sold really well, which must mean that it is something that is global, something that is a global success, he says. It's got supporters all around the world, and I was thinking it would be difficult to really change that. But having said that, I think they've still got something up their sleeves. So there are clearly things that are still yet to be revealed. Like we still know about that mouse functionality with the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons. Obviously all the games that they still need to reveal, but there might even be extra things that we are going to find out about in that Nintendo Switch 2 April Direct. We also have some other Switch 2 things to go over as well. Analyst predicts huge Q1 sales for the Switch 2, believes Nintendo is looking to flood the market. So this was posted on Go Nintendo's, saying there are still some important things we don't know about the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo is yet to reveal the release date for the platform, and we also don't know pricing. That doesn't matter to one analyst though, as they've already more than happy to label the Switch 2 a success. So GameIndustry.biz spoke to Toyo Securities analyst Hideki Yasuda, get their sales predictions for the Switch 2, and not surprisingly, they're expecting big things for the platform. According to Yasuda, they believe that the Nintendo Switch 2 can hit 6 million units sold in its first quarter, so long as the platform launches in July. Yasuda also says that if this figure is hit, it would completely shatter the widespread industry superstition that game consoles must be released during the year-end sales season. Yasuda says that Nintendo beefed up its inventory in Q3 of this financial year, which would point to the big Nintendo preparing for something major. There has been speculation that Nintendo has already put together a sizable amount of Nintendo Switch 2 units, and that launch really isn't far off at all, but hopefully we get confirmation of release plans from the April 2nd, 2025 Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Yasuda went on to say that he believes Nintendo is looking to create a situation where PlayStation cannot catch up and settle the battle for this generation against the PS6. To put things in comparison, the Switch sold 2.74 million units in its first quarter, so 6 million units of Switch 2 would be really staggering. I mean, basically double, or more than double of what the Switch 2 sold, the Switch sold in its first quarter. So, yeah, I mean, look, they're probably going to announce the release date in the Switch 2 Direct. A lot of people are expecting end of June, early July, and if that is the case, and they do end up selling 6 million units in the first quarter, that would be absolutely just bizarre. But that's the Switch 2 stuff that I wanted to go over, and the Legends EA and Mega Roserade, all that stuff. Moving on, we have a rumor to go over, which is saying we're going to be getting a lot of new Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends EA. Now, this was posted on 4chan, so as always, take it with a massive grain of salt. But as you can see, there are a lot. I keep saying that, but there's so many Mega Evolutions in this post. But again, very, very unlikely to be true. I can't for a second think we're going to be getting this many Mega Evolutions. But either way, let's see what we are apparently getting in Pokemon Legends EA. So we're apparently getting a Mega Butterfree, a Mega Raichu, a Mega Machamp, a Mega Jinx, a Mega Eevee, which is... This is quite a red flag to why this is probably fake, because Mega Evolutions, at this point, are only given to Pokemon that are fully evolved or cannot evolve, you know. So like your single stage evolutions like Ordino, or fully evolved Pokemon like Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, Blaziken, all that. They don't give Mega Evolutions to Pokemon that are not fully evolved. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, they do with Gigantamax, and they did. They did give Gigantamax forms to Pikachu, Eevee, and Meowth. Gigantamax isn't Mega Evolution. It's a completely different gimmick. Every Pokemon can Dynamax. Some Pokemon can Gigantamax. Not every Pokemon can Mega Evolve. It's completely different. So, unless they change that in Pokemon Legends EA, where Pokemon can now Mega Evolve even if they're not fully evolved, then fair enough. But it's just very, very unlikely. Eevee is an interesting one, because obviously if it Mega Evolves, maybe it gets like, I don't know, something to do with all its evolutions. So if there were to be a Pokemon that Mega Evolves without being fully evolved, it probably would be Eevee. But I just don't think they're going to break that. I think they're just going to keep it as have to be fully evolved before you can even think about Mega Evolving. Anyway, let's read on. Dragonite getting one. I mean, that's just one that I really want. I think Dragonite and the Gen 6 starters, out of every Pokemon, are ones that I want to see get a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends EA. Ledian, I guess, is another Pokemon I also want to see. Ledian needs something, whether it's a form or a Mega Evolution. I love the Ledian line. I think it's really cool. It's just not very good. So getting a Mega Evolution would be very beneficial. Crobat, Slowking. Obviously, Slowbro's got one, so you could see why Slowking would get one. Skarmory, Breloom, Flygon, another one that a lot of people want to see get one. Milotic. I would love to see Mega Milotic. It's one of my favorite water-type Pokemon, so would absolutely be on board with that, getting a Mega Evolution. Luxray could finally make it Electric Dark, like a lot of people want. Rhyperior getting a Mega Evolution. Excadrill getting a Mega Evolution. Chandelure, Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja Z, Talonflame, Meowstic, Pyoro, Pangoro, Heliolisk, another Pokemon that definitely needs a Mega Evolution. Aegislash, Hawlucha, Goodra, and Noivern. So those are all Pokemon that get Mega Evolutions in the base game of Pokemon Legends EA. But then we also have post-game content as well. So in the post-game, these Pokemon get Mega Evolutions. So you get Mega Articuno, Mega Zapdos, and Mega Moltres. I think this is very unlikely. They literally just got Galarian forms in Generation 8. In Generation 9, the Legendary Beast got new forms with the Paradox, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. So I don't think they're going to go back to the Legendary Birds. If anything gets anything in this game, for me, it'd probably be something like the Reggies, even though we just got brand new ones. Maybe the Late Guardians. Some people think we're going to get another Genie. Maybe another Tapu we could get. I just don't think they're going to go back to the Galarian Birds, or the Legendary Birds, should I say. Greninja A is going to be post-game, so obviously that's ZA. Volcanion, Golisopod, Kommo-o, Magearna, Corviknight, Grimmsnarl, Phalanx, Lokix, Pawmot, and Tinkaton. So obviously all Pokemon that appear after Generation 6, apart from Volcanion, Greninja, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. I just don't think it's likely that we get a Mega Evolution for a Pokemon that's after Gen 6. I mean, it is set in the future, so obviously they could have Pokemon back. It does make sense, but I don't know. I just think it's going to be a Gen 6 and below sort of game. Maybe a couple appear just through different like quests and something, but I don't know. I don't think it's likely. And then it says only 7 regional forms. You already know 3 of them. So the 3 that I assume they're talking about there are Meganium, Alligator and Ember. But if this is true, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, 42, 43, and 7 new regional forms. We're not going to get 43 Mega Evolutions. It's just not going to happen, especially because this is not it's a main series game, but it's not a competitive main series game where Mega Evolution is mainly going to be used in. Now, a lot of if this was to be true, then obviously all of these would be in Pokemon Champions, fair enough. But it's just a lot. You know, I don't know how many Mega Evolutions we have anyway from X, Y, and Auras. I think it's about 40-something. So are they really going to double the roster in one game? I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I would love to get 40 new Mega Evolutions, don't get me wrong. It's just very, very unlikely. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. Would you like to see all these Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZL? Do you think it's just way too many? It's just never going to happen? Let me know your thoughts on Mega Roserade potentially being in the game, and then also the Switch 2 stuff that we went over today as well. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Same thing from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.